We're now joined by HuskerOnline Sean Callahan. Sean, good morning. It is the bye week, but people are still buzzing in the state regarding TJ Lateef. Yes, Bill, what do you have?
Well, Sean, you there?
Yes, sir.
Bill Bush, 937 The Ticket. Is everything calmed down? Last time you had an entire construction crew and they're redoing your house. Is what's going on? Was there any sort of thing going on with that today? Bathroom is being done. And marble. Is there marble being hauled into your house right now as we speak?
I'm sitting outside Orange Theory right now, so
drop that one on us. Oh, drop that one on us. Oh, wow.
Laura priority got her workout.
Oh, wow. Drop that one. You know why he's out of the house? He got marble being delivered, so now he's out getting fitness in. This is the life.
And marble.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Busy time for
and
sure.
marble and fitness on a Wednesday. Okay, that's all I wanted to know. That's all I've got for you.
All right, thank you, Bill. Regarding the game, Sean, last week, TJ Lateef, impressive, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 205 yards passing, only 2 incomplete passes. We thought he might look good. Did you expect that type of performance from TJ Lateef last Saturday?
I thought he would look okay, but you're right. I mean, I don't know if we could have predicted that type of efficiency in operation, and there are just no moments where he looks stressed, which is just not the norm. And you got to give the coaching staff a lot of credit. Dana Holgerson and Glenn Thomas, they had him ready to go, and he got out there and he executed at a very high level. And, when he was put in some stressful situations like the third down throw to Ja'Cory Barney, I mean, he threw that thing into coverage, and Barney caught it and scored the first touchdown of the game. And those throws on the roll where he was rolling out, I mean, a couple of those were big-time throws. And even the 4-minute offense, guys, I thought the way they closed that game out, I think they got the ball with like 4:36 left.
Right.
And for them to run it out the way they did, and it wasn't just Emmett Johnson. I mean, he had to make a couple of really big throws. And that is situational football that's not easy to execute, and I thought that was impressive for a true freshman.
Where are you at on the this national awards discussion with Emmett Johnson? Do you regard him as a leading Heisman candidate? And if he's not a leading Heisman candidate, what kind of awards are we looking at going forward?
No, I mean, look, I think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves on the Heisman talk. I think he's just trying to promote Emmett as much as they can, but generally, if you're on a 7-3 team, you have to be having kind of a record-breaking national season,
right?
If you're not a quarterback, and if you're not on a team that's up for the college football playoffs. So I will say this, though, Emmett's one of just 2 running backs that made the semifinals for the Maxwell. So, I mean, he's on track for a lot of things right now. He's on track probably to be a finalist for the Doak Walker with a chance to win it. He's on track to be Nebraska's first All-American since Levante David, and he's on track to win the Big Ten running back of the year. I mean, that's about as good as it gets for Nebraska football the last post-Sue years, post-David years, to have a player like what he's on track to get. And I don't think we saw it coming. Nobody did. Nobody. I mean, he wasn't even a third-team preseason All-Big Ten running back, and he could be the Doak Walker winner.
Yeah, nobody saw it coming. So here's the question, Sean. Now put on your like football cap, your coach's cap. Where did he get better? Why is this? Where in his game did he make the biggest improvements in your judgment?
Well, repetition. I mean, he no longer has to share. I mean, he gets it all. I mean, he gets all the reps. I mean, and I think that's big for him. I think he's always been kind of a high rep guy that wanted to be like this. And in today's version of college football, especially at Power 4 schools, when you have multiple running backs, he never got this opportunity. I mean, even last year, you had Dowdell and you had Ramir Johnson. You forget about Ramir now sometimes. And you had Gabe Irvin before that and Anthony Grant. I mean, you go down the line, he's really had to kind of wait his turn and beat out or, get to this opportunity over players that they played over him. And it took great patience to get to this point. But the reason why is he's getting, I mean, there is no number. The number 2 running back is Emmett Johnson. The number 1 running back is Emmett. I mean, he comes out for a break here or there, but he gets so many reps and that's a big part of it.
Sean, Rhule has press conference. Matt Rhule has press conference on Monday. A big part of it, the thing that people are talking about is him saying at various points of the press conference, we have everything. He said, I was listening to it again last night. At one point, he said, "We have everything we need here now. I don't have to go to Troy Dannon with a list of things that we need. I'm done with that. We have it all." He even went so far as to say, "We're positioned financially now where we can go get," he said the words, "we can go get any player we want." What did that all mean to you? Because it was a sort of a shift from just a month ago.
A few
ahead.
weeks ago, he made those comments. I would like to have a $30-40 million. I don't know if Nebraska would ever have that kind of roster still. I just don't know. But they've always been full rev share. Everybody in the Big Ten is.
Okay.
I mean, so the separator is your NIL, which Nebraska technically, that's not their money. It's business's money. But could Adidas get more involved? Could Playfly?
Okay.
Are there some other avenues? But we still don't really know. Nobody knows what this is going to look like, how the NIL money will supplement over the top of the rev share, because there haven't been a lot of big deals put through the clearinghouse yet, at the $1 million plus level or several $100,000 level. Because a lot of these teams that have these $30-40 million rosters, they front loaded. They paid their entire bill before July 1 so they could get away with it. So I still think we don't really have a great feel where it's all heading, with how teams are going to, skirt around the clearinghouse and find ways to, create true NIL dollars. But I think he feels confident about where they're at with their plan. And I don't know if Troy Dannon you can't really put that in a contract. So they've got obviously probably some good assurances from businesses and other possible partners that they're going to make this work at the highest level.
That must be what it is, because otherwise it's just don't you regard it as sort of it's kind of a mystery? Like what was he talking about? You don't.
Yeah, because in August he felt like they were in great shape too. He said that they're once we get through this front load era,
mm-hmm.
where people kind of worked around the rev share a little bit, we're in a great spot. And I think his comments this week were more in line with what he had previously said, where the comments that you're referring to were kind of when he was in the middle of a negotiation.
The contract thing with when Penn State cropped up, right?
Yeah, and it was almost kind of a negotiation ship to make sure some of these things got done at the level he wants. Because if you don't have the money to get the players, it's hard to win. I mean, if you don't have the money to get Rocco Spindler, where's Nebraska at right now? You've got to have you have to have the ability to go out and get those 5 to 7 key pieces every offseason.
Sean, Bill Bush, 93.7 The Ticket. The Arkansas AD came out 6 weeks ago and just said, we're not in the third lane. We're operating as if what the rules are. And he basically insinuated that others aren't. They're going to pay players and will ask for forgiveness later. It's still very confusing to all fans as far as how does this work? Because right now everything's supposed to be the agreement was everything has to go through the clearinghouse. That's all backed up. So that's not getting done in time. Have all these different things with it. But then there's this talk of these big rosters still. So what do you hear out there in that area?
Yeah, that's where it's hard. I mean, I think there's a lot of people that think legally they can't get away with what the clearinghouse is supposed to be. If somebody wants to pay you something to do work, marketing work or whatever it is, and that's the amount you want to pay them, legally, can they stop you? Can they say, no, this is kind of pay for play. This is not legal. But what if you're like, you know what? No, I want my business to pay this kind of money because I think this guy's worth it for our business. And a lot of the agents and people believe that it will not hold up in court. So I do think there's going to be people that push it. I think it is at risk, though, if you just think you're going to pay players out of the clearinghouse, because if your eligibility would immediately be in jeopardy, and if your program could be in jeopardy if you played. So there's a lot of things to this. You're right, Bill, that I don't think we know. And January 2nd, when the portal opens, because remember, guys, December is going to be quiet around here. It's going to be the first time ever in my lifetime it's been like this, where you can't host visitors in December of any kind, high school portal guys.
Okay.
You can't go on the road with your coaches anymore in December. You're going to be back in Lincoln all December just coaching for a bowl game, and then the portal won't open until January 2nd. All of your recruits will sign on, the first Wednesday in December on that early signing day. I mean, Bill, I can't even imagine for you in your career how many Decembers you've spent on the road. Well, that's no more now for these coaches. They can be back. And so January is going to be just the chaotic, wild west for everything in terms of your 2027 recruiting, maybe some late 2026 recruiting. And obviously the portal will be probably the big emphasis.
Good job, Sean. What about this weekend? What's it look like from a recruiting standpoint for Nebraska?
Well, Coach Rhule, we confirmed this morning that he's going to be in Florida and Georgia. So I think he's going to check in on 3 guys, and we'll have more of that at HuskerOnline this week. But yeah, that's where he'll be. Again, this will be the last time they're out until January.
Okay.
January 2nd. So it's a unique change in the calendar where for decades, all we've known is coaches out in December. Now they're going to be able to enjoy Christmas and be home and bowl practice prep and everything else.
Full complement of coaches on the road in addition to Rhule?
I don't know. I don't know if they could have their full complement out. You only get 33 total days. So 11 coaches divided by 33 is an average of 3 days for the whole season. Mm-hmm. And Keith Williams and Mosey and some of these coaches have been out multiple times. So I don't know if I think Rhule, didn't you hear Rhule say they only have 6 days left? Well, Dakil Shorts and Rhule are going to be out for, that they're going to occupy 4 of the days right there.
Okay.
So
I should have heard
they'd only have 2 other days that they can use. So if you bring your full complement of the coaches out, that's 11 of your 33 days.
So they practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday though, right?
Right. And the Rhule will go out with Dakil, which, so that you don't have unlimited, which I wish they would do away with. I wish you didn't have to do this 33-day thing, that you could maximize in-season days more than that. But that's the rules.
All right, Sean, always good stuff. Thanks for the time. We'll chat with you again next week.
Crush it, Sean, at Orange Theory.
Crush it. Could you crush it? Crush it.